Check, check. Hopefully this is working properly. Welcome, welcome. I'm Zach, and I am a music producer, and today we're going to be diving into fully producing out Ward's song. Here's a little bit of what we have so far. I'll give you a little bit of a before and after. Here's the original project with some of the ideas that Ward sent, and then afterwards I'm going to show a little bit of what we've done so far. I think we're going to do a lot of trimming and then figuring out what actually best suits each moment. But yeah, let me play a little bit of actually, I don't think we need to play the before. I think we can just play what we have so far and keep going. We have this nice electric loop.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco, an unkempt house where the walls feel hollow, noise in print, analysis falls to the floor, searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned a single vision.
All right, cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to actually not use this build here. What I'd like to focus on is getting more of the structure here. I'm not going to use any build elements quite yet. We can maybe like throw some of this over here. I don't know exactly how I want to do it, but we're just going to throw some of this over just so we can get it in a different spot. We're going to try to start building in some layers here.
Storm inside turned a single. The complexity from without to.
All right, so let's jump in. Let me put something in chat real quick. Let's see, where's chat? There's chat. We're gonna go to all messages. We're gonna say questions, share your thoughts, or just hang out. There we go. Okay, sorry, I'm typing a quick message out to chat for if and when people come in. Share your thoughts, or just hang out with me. Okay. I'm gonna pin this, and then we're gonna jump in. The main thing I want to do is make sure I'm not overcrowding things and overcrowding frequency spectrums, and I just want to play. I just really want to find things that work super well with the song. So we might be getting some percussion and all the things.
Cheap coffee.
Actually, I think that this opening sounds really good. We might want a little bit of like we'll put like a EQ here to kind of fade this in. And that's not that big of a deal to me, but something like this where we fade in through an EQ filter. I don't think it's that huge of a deal, but oops, let me put that here. Let's fade it in a little more gradually.
Cheap coffee and the smell.
I don't know. Don't love it. Okay, there we go. It's fine.
Cheap coffee and the smell.
This deep impact kick works really well.
Cheap coffee and the smell.
The electric sounds good here.
Tobacco. An unkempt house.
I played that earlier.
Feel hollow. Noise in.
I think I'm gonna change the notes on this. Let's see if we can get out the electric. And we're gonna start playing live here. Okay, so let's see if we can get tuned just for these higher sounding strings. Just make sure we're perfectly in tune. That should be good. I think we're gonna, instead of doing ba-da, I think we're gonna do ba-da. Let's take out just this section and replay that. Maybe we'll play, that might be nice to go. Didn't hit the last note quite clean enough. Let's try that again. Except for I hit a half step instead of a whole step there. Okay, let's see if that worked. Yeah, I was a little late on it, but that's the right idea. I like it. I think it's gonna sound better than what we had. There we go. I just gotta get it really in time. Because the nice thing is we can blend this electric guitar that I just played with a bell later on, like a bell synth or something like that. So we can just pull that here, pull that up. Let's see if that sounds okay. I know I did not play it that far off of timing. It's possible that I'm getting some like lag because of a plugin that I'm using. I will figure out how to solve that later. I know I didn't play it that late. Okay, that's okay. We can just pull that and get that right in time. Yeah, I know I didn't play it that off time. So what I need to do is I need to turn this on. That way I have the low latency monitoring on. Yeah. Analysis falls to the floor. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. And we'll deal with, wait, what? The line of the golden. That's fine. We'll deal with this later. I really don't like this percussion yet, but that's totally fine for what we're doing right now. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print. Yo, that impact kick here is really coming along fine. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where impact kick. 1, 2. Noise in print. Sure. Analysis falls to the floor. I think I'd like to put a little bit of reverb on this guitar to pull it just a little bit back in the mix. There we go. Much cleaner. Noise in print.
analysis falls to the floor. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision.
All right, I think that should work. I just made that more consistent.
Single vision. Move from without to within.
Yeah, that builds nicely. Just for time, we're gonna do this. Reverse. We're just gonna show that this is supposed to build a little heavier.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
So after reviewing this, I definitely don't want this. I definitely want this to go all the way up to beat 1 with every instrument. I think I've made a mistake. Now that I can hear it, I love having the chance to go back and fix things and correct things. So we're gonna use a different impact kick. We're gonna use the deep impact kick. Where was that? Oh no, this is the right impact kick. That's it. Now we need to get this aligned with beat 1.
I'm done chasing clouds.
All right, next step is to make all of these pads here. We're gonna drag all of these over to beat 1. Oh, I don't know which ones to grab. We know these. You know what? Better idea. We're gonna do them one at a time. We're gonna lead this all the way up to beat 1 of this chorus. I think that's the play. Yeah, much easier doing these one at a time, actually. Surprisingly. There we go. And the bass, we're gonna lead it all the way up to bass 1. This is the kind of thing that I want to spend the time on, because this is what's gonna matter when building out the entire rest of the song. So let's see how that feels. And somehow this impact kick is still hitting in the wrong spot. I think it's because I command Z'd one too many times.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
Now we'll deal with this chorus in a minute.
I'm done
Okay, we might be able to use an arrangement effect here. We'll do it later. I don't want to deal with it right now, actually. I'm just thinking about it here. All right.
cheap coffee and the smell.
Yo, the electric guitar plus the deep impact kick is working so well here.
Of old tobacco, an unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print, analysis falls. Searching for a lead anymore. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco, an unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print, analysis falls to lead anymore. The storm inside.
I don't want the impact kick here. I don't want the heavy one. I want the dark one. Again.
The storm inside turned
Much better.
a single vision. Inside. Turned a single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
I know they're too loud right now, but
'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend, so I can finally see the light of the golden thread. I'm done chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend, so I can finally see the light of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. I can see the line of the golden thread.
okay, that should be a little bit better as far as mixing that.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend, so I can finally see the light of the golden thread. The light of the golden thread.
Maybe I'll sing that bass part as well.
The light of the golden thread. I can see the light of the golden thread.
Maybe I'll sing that just to give it a little more human of an element.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend, so I can finally see the light of the golden thread. The light of the golden thread.
I could do something like that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna deal with the percussion later. I really don't even want to deal with this right now. I'm just gonna turn off the snares. Maybe that's how we deal with this. We're just gonna replay the kicks. Yeah, we are getting a lot of lag. I think it's because of the I know why it is. It's because of the vocoder. For some reason, that's causing a lot of lag. Okay.
Light of the golden thread. The
Good enough.
light of the golden thread. I can see the light of the golden thread.
Okay.
Hot asphalt burns underneath my feet.
Just layering things in as we can to make it feel good.
Cheap coffee. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. And walls feel hollow.
Right now, I'm just pulling up some of these lower notes because we don't have any bass at this point in the song. So I'm just trying to get some of these lower notes to be played a little bit harder on the on the keyboard itself.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old.
Think we're gonna need to bring back some of these lows. I think we cut out too much.
Coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print.
Much cleaner, yeah.
Analysis falls to the floor. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt. Storm inside turned a single.
There we go. Okay, that's gonna help that first section come alive a little bit.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow.
Maybe we could do something cool with like the word hollow right here with
Unkempt
the
house where the walls feel hollow.
be kind of cool. I was an octave too low, but
Hollow.
something like that could be really interesting.
Hollow.
Maybe an octave up from where I am.
Feel hollow.
Could be really interesting to throw in some like vocoder like harmonies.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco.
Could be key. It could be super cool actually.
Where the walls feel
Then
hollow. Noise in print, analysis falls to the floor. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm
something like that.
inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision.
Maybe I'll do something like that later with the vocoder, but for now,
Moving the complexity from without
We'll move
to
on.
within. I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
we got to definitely think of a groove to do here. I really don't want to do like a house groove. I'd like to keep it a little bit more pop oriented.
Cheap
So, what can we do starting on this build?
inside turn.
Got to bring in a little bit more of this bass for sure. Like we got to make this thing threatening.
Storm inside vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done. I'm done chasing.
Do we have everything back? Yep, we have everything back here. Okay. Yeah, we've got those.
Chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun
These certainly don't belong here right now. We'll have to mute those and...
burns the wing.
So, I wonder if we should start figuring out the groove to go here. Jeez. I don't know if I want to play real drums or if I want to have like a loop that comes through. The more of a loop that I have, the easier it is to build. But it's also not as cool. It's like not as unique. I don't know. Let's look and see if we can find some fun loops here. We're looking at the percussion and beats. I do like these snaps. I'm looking for something that we can slowly build over the course of this, well, build. Clearly none of these, because this is not going to work for this. Brother. What I'm really looking for is just like a groove that we can use to build. I gotta make sure. What is this? I could definitely use a shaker at some point. These just sound like kind of like they all just sound like toppers, which is fine. I'm not opposed to that. I think I really like this shaker. So we're just gonna throw this in for right now. Yeah, we'll try this because I just want to have something to help.
Storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complex.
Doesn't have the right vibe at all. Maybe I should just play it on the drum kit and then go from there to like find something that fits perfectly. Yeah, let's do that. User patches, drum kit. In a second, I'm gonna have to turn off the vocoder, and I'm also gonna have to turn off the input monitoring, so I won't be able to talk for a second. Because that's going to be, because I'm drumming. And I'm probably going to drum for a little bit so that I can figure out exactly what kind of vibe we want.
The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity.
Yeah, I'm thinking that something like that will be good. So I'm going to go, well, let's figure out if we can get this drum kit actually sounding not ridiculous. For this genre. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Maybe. It's cool. That sounds more like EDM. We're gonna use the CC player date. I don't care about the kick. I don't care about anything else. I literally only care about the snare. All right. Here we go. If you want to chat or want to hang, let me know in the comments, and I will be back to be able to answer those comments in a minute. I'm going to turn on a light for now. And the other thing I want to do is grab some drumsticks, turn off the input monitoring because I'm going to use my Logic remote to start and stop Logic. So we got to connect it to Mac Studio. And I will be over by the drum kit drumming for a minute.
Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. Cause the sun burns.
Check. Okay, I'm back. So, I don't know why, but like everything is like infinitely too loud to where I can't hear anything that's going on. So I'm gonna take this random audio 15 all the way up to lead vocal. We're just like gonna bump that down like 9 dB just so I can hear better.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old storm inside turn to single vision.
Yeah, and I'm getting this like weird latency lag from the... I'm so confused about what's happening with this vocoder. It's like causing my entire system to lag, which like I have a Mac Studio. There's no reason that this should be lagging over this. I don't know. If you happen to know what's going wrong here, because I even have...
Moving the complexity from without to within.
Yeah, I don't think I was that behind when I played it live. I'm going to turn it up and try it one more time and see if that just fixes it here. So, okay, be right back.
Falls to the floor, searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. Need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing
Okay, it was a heck of a lot better played that time, primarily because I could actually hear myself play. I still think we're having some weird lag issues, so I might have to bump the whole thing over. We're gonna find out.
more. Storm inside turned to single vision.
Nope, should be fine now. I think we fixed it. Okay, so 1 EANA, 2 EANA, 3 EANA, 4 EANA. Okay, what if I just did that? I just like didn't care.
Need anymore. Storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. Storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done.
Okay, I'm fine with that for right now, just as a placeholder. Obviously, there's like plenty of things wrong mix-wise, but I don't mind the overall vibe of this. I think we can like slap on like a parallel compression thing where we just like nuke it.
More.
Then we can bring down the whole thing in volume.
The storm inside the storm inside.
I think I missed something here. I'm confused. It's just that I didn't hit it hard enough.
The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision.
Okay, good. Now that I've heard it, I hate it. I like the energy it brings, but I wasn't patient enough, and also this snare drum sucks. Yeah, that's probably going to be a little bit cleaner here. Okay. Gotta play it again. I'll be right back.
Sir. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing clouds.
There we go. I think that was much better played that time. Let's see if we can get this all lined up on the click. There we go. Welcome in if you're just now coming to the stream. I'm just building out a live production for a client. That's it. It's great. Having fun and enjoying exploring different textures and just kind of working on different ideas. Missed a single snare drum here. That'll work for now. I think it's fine for what it is and for what we're aiming to do.
For a life I don't need more. The storm inside turned to single vision.
think we need to turn down that hi-hat a little bit.
Moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity.
Gosh, this almost feels like a prog rock kind of like build. It's kind of interesting, kind of fun, honestly.
The storm inside turned to single vision.
Brother, what?
The storm inside turned to single vision.
Oh, I got it right.
Yeah, we're good. From without to
It's that my lead vocal's just a hair bit behind the beat, not that the drums are off.
storm inside turned to single vision.
Next thing is that I want like omega reverb on this. Oh, just realized that the drums verb is routed to the wrong place. Good. Glad I'm catching this early. Okay. It's an easy fix. We have actually a drum verb that we can use. Done. Fixed forever. So let's get some more verb here on this snare drum. Make it a little longer, a little more wet, a little bit more aggressive, and let's see how that sounds in context.
Storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. I'm dead. Or the storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside. The storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within.
We may end up using this just straight up on the next build instead of this one. I just wanted to at least throw that out there. We might just like scrap it for now, but
The storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the
you know, I just realized I'm gonna move it to every 8 cycles instead of 16 with the kick.
storm inside turned to single. Storm inside. Storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. I'm dead.
Better.
Storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from.
Cool. I think the next step is to bring down all of these non-accented ghost notes. I just want to bring down the velocity of them just a little bit. Just make them a little softer overall. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the idea is that it'll just make the whole thing feel a little bit smoother with these ghost notes in between.
vision. Moving.
Like all these, they don't need to be that loud.
Moving the complexity.
All of that, yeah, we don't need that loud. There's no way.
From without to within.
Let's bring him down.
Without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done.
Okay, we're gonna leave it for now. We're gonna leave it for now. We're gonna bring everything back up to a normal kind of volume here, so we can actually hear it in context.
Storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. Turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. Storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna leave the drums for right now. It's a cool idea. I don't know how much of it is gonna stay, but at least it's in a good spot. Let's take a look and really look through verse 1, see how we can clean this up.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print, analysis falls to the floor. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision.
Yeah, okay. I thought I could leave the drums done after the halfway point on the non-accented notes. I certainly can. Much cleaner on that fill as well. So now we need to go through and just lower the velocities. It's definitely a boring task, but it's gonna matter a lot in the grand scheme of things. The storm inside. Like all of this does not need to be that loud. It's just taking up so much space. The storm inside turned to single vision. All of that, same thing. I don't mind that I'm growing and building here, but like, there's no reason for that. Turn to single vision. Same thing all here. Of course, I've got to find the one. There it is. Gotta get rid of that. Otherwise, it won't let me turn down the whole thing. Vision. Moving the yep, same thing here. Let's just turn it all down. Moving the complexity. And then actually these can be turned down a little bit because it'll feel better to have a little bit more of a build there. Yeah, it's good. Moving the complexity from. It's just busy. Ugh. My least favorite thing, finding the single thing that is. Oh, there it is. Found it. It's just something with a 1 velocity that doesn't allow me to turn down the rest of the stuff. Complexity from without to within. Here's where we can start bringing in those ghost notes a little bit louder at the very end of this. From without to within. Maybe not that much though. We could bring this down some. I'm done chasing clouds in my head. Yeah, we gotta figure out what goes on this. Some sort of like groove. I'm done chasing clouds in my head. Maybe. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend. So I can finally see the light of the golden thread. The light of the golden thread. And we'll go from there on that later. We'll deal with all the things. Okay, I want to go probably beginning and see up to what we have. That way we can start building out from there. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print, analysis falls to the floor. Searching cheap. Go. Something I'm not sure of is why this sounds so ridiculously out of tune. It's almost like there's like, at the very end of this, it's almost like there is something that is causing this to be pulled a little bit out of tune on purpose, but I can't seem to find it. Let's put vibrato to 0. Okay, you know what? I guess that does work, but it's fine.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print, analysis falls to the floor. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned a single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned a single vision, moving the complexity from without to within.
All right, I don't think I actually want this ARP to be on this kind of accented pattern. I think I want dun 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 da dun dun. Whoops. Dun. Let's try that. See if that feels any better. Dun 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 dun. I think that'll feel a lot better in context.
I turned a single vision, moving the complexity from.
That'll work for right now. Alright, let's hear this pad. See if it's doing what it's supposed to. Probably can pull it up in the mix a little bit, just for right now, just so I can hear that it's actually doing what it's intending.
Moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
Don't know what I want to do for this chorus yet. I'm just not sure. We know we're gonna have to do some sidechain stuff here. Let's man, I keep on accidentally hitting that button. It's the on and off button. It's because I'm trying to hit Control M, but I think something that's very close to that just turns the on and off button. So let's go ahead and split this. We'll Command M this.
The line of the golden thread. I can see the light of the golden thread. Hot asphalt burns underneath my feet. The quarterback knows the sack is bittersweet, but painted resolve finally cuts through the metal. 'Cause the past is a prison where the shadows settle. The storm inside turned a single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
Okay, that can work for right now. I'm really not sure what I want to do with this chorus yet.
Done chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun.
I could do like an electric guitar. I don't know that I want to. I was like thinking like ding, 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 the whole time. I don't think that's gonna work.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
I don't want to do the clock. Ugh. I really don't want to do that because that's just like ridiculously Z coded with like the vocoder / the clock combo. I don't know that I actually want to do that.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. Finally see the line of the golden thread. Can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread.
Okay, that'll be cool as far as the vocoder note change. Just gotta figure out how to make this feel good. I don't know if I want like a big like boom.
Chasing clouds in my head.
I don't know if something like that could be cool.
Burns the wing. Done chasing clouds in my head.
Maybe every
'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend,
Maybe
so
build.
I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread.
I don't know. That could be an option. This production is harder than the previous ones because I have like instead of verse 1 going straight to a chorus 1 that is a build, we have a build going into a chorus 1 that technically speaking should lead to a drop. So I'm having trouble thinking of what would be best and how to build this texture most appropriately. That's like the big issue I'm running into.
Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco and unkempt. I'm done chasing clouds in my head. I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
You know what we could do? You know what we could do? I'm just thinking about it now. Maybe we play those big, rich chords here, but we almost make it, oh, geez, sorry. We almost can make it kind of interesting. Instead of a build, we do like big hits, maybe? That's the play?
I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
Something like that could be really sick.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
Something like that where we have a nice lead and then some chords that go along with that and then punch again and then fade out. So it's more like hits than it is a complete drop. That could be a really cool way to blend this section together.
I'm done chasing.
Yeah. Boom. Boom. Okay. I think we're now making some progress. I had to really like listen to it and think. Don't know that I want to put that out yet. All right, so let's see if we can figure out how to automate this. Bow. Oh, we got to put on the low latency mode. Let me send this over to... Hang on a second, I'll be right back. Just want to make sure that my wife just needs a code from my phone real quick. Hey babe, was that you? All right, there we go, got it. Okay. So we've got to pitch bend that bow. Big fall off.
I'm done chasing
Bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it needs to hold all the way until beat 4. And we've got to figure out how to automate that to go super low as like a boom. Almost like a bass drop, but like we're meaning to do it with the note itself. So we can go to pitch bend maybe. Maybe we take it right before here, and then we go omega low. Oh, really? That's the lowest I can go? Are you so for real? Okay, we've got to do this in a more creative way, I guess. Yeah, we've got to do this in a more creative way. That's all right. That's fine. So, pitch shifter maybe? No way. AU pitch can work. Now I got to figure out how we're going to make this actually work properly. What I need to do is automate this AU pitch to go down. So we're going to start it right before beat 3. Once we do this once, by the way, we can like... Hello? Why is that being weird? Okay, actually that might work. Doesn't feel good. What about that? Let's try that. It's okay. We're going to use it for right now. I'm going to see what happens. Hello? Why is that not working?
chasing
It'll have to work for right now. We're going to get AU pitch loaded first, then drag this down, copy the automation data. Now it should work. Yeah, that works. Okay.
chasing clouds in my head. chasing clouds.
Sounds like crap for right now, but it has the effect, so it's good. I got it.
I'm chasing clouds in my head.
That is not very... Oh, that's not smooth. What if I did? What if I literally just turned the smoothness up?
I'm chasing clouds in.
That actually seemed to help a lot.
Clouds. Clouds in. I'm chasing clouds in my head. I'm chasing clouds in my head. Clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wind. I'm chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun.
Could be cool. I like the idea of these hits.
Clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wind. 'Cause the sun. 'Cause the sun. 'Cause the sun burns the. 'Cause the sun burns the wind. I'm chasing clouds. Sun burns the wings. Sun burns the wings.
Oh, I just realized what's happening because I have the low latency mode on so I can play. It turns off the AU pitch so it doesn't actually move the pitch. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I deserve that one.
'Cause the sun burns the wings. The sun burns the wings. 'Cause the sun.
I just don't know if I actually like those notes. Okay, we can go right back to just those two chords.
Cause the side,
Wait.
cause the cause the sun, cause the sun burns the wings.
Okay, much better. Now we can copy. Oops, don't copy because I messed up. There we go. I think that should work.
Cause the sun burns the wings.
Brother, really? I copied the automation data. Okay. Sure. Sure, buddy. There we go. All right.
Burns the wings. I thought.
Brother, what? All right, now I think we have all of the automation that we need. Ha ha ha, there we go. Okay.
Chasing clouds in my head. Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread wings. I thought I needed to spread wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm
I have some leeway with these chords.
wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made, so I can finally see the
Alright, I got it. So I need to figure out what I want to do with the rest of these hits, then I can start building in.
light burns the wings. I thought I need wings. I thought I needed to spread wings. I thought I needed to spread
So we got
wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching.
Not bad. Alright. See what I can do.
Burns the wings. I thought I need
Wait, I don't remember what I actually want to do here.
wings. I thought I needed to spread
Boom.
wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread.
And we'll deal with all the rest of the stuff there.
Light burns the wings. I thought I wings. I thought I need light burns the wings. I thought I need light burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread wings. I thought I needed to spread.
Alright, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright.
Wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the
Hate it.
wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling
and.
to make it made.
See?
So I
Flat.
can finally see the line of the golden thread.
And
the
break.
line of the golden thread.
All in. That's what we can do. Much, much cleaner. Okay, I'm feeling way more optimistic.
Wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the
Hey, so like I didn't hit any of these modulation buttons. You need to chill out with that. And those are all fine. Okay, I'm gonna say I did not do that.
wings. I thought I needed to spread. needed to spread.
Okay, so now that we've got the first bass in line, we can now drag them to the other basses. We don't have any automation that we need here, specifically because it's all done from that first pitch bend where we do the big fall. We need to add some drums here, so that's gonna be fun. I'm like, okay, I know sort of what to do with drums. We have our acoustic drums in the beginning here for the build. Then we'll bring in the synth drums for this section, which, let's just play it here. Is this the right note? Yes. Okay, I had to make sure I had the right pitch for that. So.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. Cause the sun burns the wind.
We might need to pitch bend that sooner, but that's not a huge deal right now.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching.
That sounds good. For right now, we might need to tie these a little bit closer.
Chasing clouds in. Chasing clouds.
Yeah, okay. This is happening too late. So what happens if I just grab all of these and move them over Y1? Like, is that... Does that work? I guess. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, I mean, yeah, we can just force that to work in this way. So that way that big, like, bass drop happens just a hair bit sooner. Let's see how it sounds in context.
I'm done chasing clouds.
Yeah, that's better.
In my
Hits.
head. Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling.
And we haven't built anything else other than that. We need to start building in snare probably. At least I'll get like a quick snare, just like punch in. Oh Lord. Got to figure out what note I actually played this on. G. Okay.
Done chasing clouds in my head. Cause clouds in my head. Cause the sun head. Cause the sun Cause the sun Cause the Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I I needed to spread. Needed to spread. Now I'm still spread. Now I'm spread. Now I'm still.
Okay, let's see if we can get the snare played.
I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm still. I needed to spread.
Oh. I deleted the wrong one earlier. That's fine. Okay, good. Now we can keep going.
I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitched.
There we go.
Needed to spread. Now I'm stitched. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching.
This should be fine for right now.
Sun chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. Sun chasing clouds.
We'll deal with the pads later. I don't really want to deal with the snare drum right yet. I have it in place in the right spot. Obviously, it doesn't sound right. Maybe the next best thing would be to go get the toms. Yeah, that's what I think I want to do. Oh Lord. Let's find some good toms that we can use. What I'm trying to do is find toms, that way we can put them in between the kick and snare that we just did for some kind of fun rhythm pop. But we just got to find the right sound. We might use a combination of sounds too. Ew. You know, I don't hate that. Corey's Lindrum. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, I'm not seeming to find much of what I'm looking for here. By the way, the reason I'm not recording and just playing them afterwards is because these sounds oftentimes have different ranges, so I'm playing them in random spots so I can hear what the toms sound like, because I don't want to just discard a sound just because it's meant to be played lower on the keyboard. Like, that doesn't... I think we're going to use a mixture between Hollywood Haze and whatever one I said earlier. I can find it. But for right now, we're just going to play it.
Sun chasing clouds in my head.
What is this? Hollywood Haze? Let's try that.
In my head.
Okay, we got this first one. Dun 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 da. There it is. Good enough.
Cause this. Cause this. Cause this. Cause the sun. Cause the sun.
Huh? What am I missing? That's right.
And burns the wings. I thought I needed.
What 2 notes have I been using? Got it.
Needed to spread.
That's right for here.
I needed to spread.
Do we have 3?
Needed to spread.
Nope.
Needed to spread. Needed to spread.
Bruh.
Needed to spread.
See how that works. Is that right?
I needed to spread. What I needed to spread. Hey.
There we go.
I needed to spread. Needed to spread. Spread. Now I'm still.
I think I want to make it like an actual drum fill here to go into an actual build.
I needed to spread.
God, got it, something like that.
I needed to spread.
Something like that. So we need 16th notes.
Spread. Spread. Spread.
Ga-ga. Ga-ga-goo-ga.
Spread.
Yeah, there we go. We're getting it.
Spread. Spread.
Da-da-do-ga-ga-do.
Spread.
Ga-ga-goon-ga-ga.
Spread.
Right here.
I needed to spread. Spread.
Wait, what?
I needed to spread.
You're not supposed to be here. Nobody's supposed to be here.
I needed to spread. 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 Spread.
There we go. Okay, we're painting now. Dun 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 gung gung dun ka gung. Dun 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 gung 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 ka gung gung. I'm missing one thing. No, it's not that I'm missing it. It's that I never played it. There it is. Let me just delete the rest of what I played so it doesn't get confusing. Same thing here. We don't need this yet. We do need all this. So, ka.
I needed to spread.
This snare fill, this fill is gonna be so fun.
I needed to spread. No. Now I'm I needed to spread. Now I'm stitched.
I want to flip this. I don't know that I want this. We're gonna find out.
I need it.
We need one more tom, I think. Dum 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 ka gun dum ka kung 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 kung. Oh.
No. I need to spread. Now I'm stitching.
Cool. That'll be fine for right now, just for the hits, because we know where they are.
Chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun. 'Cause the sun. Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling.
It's good enough for right now for what it is, because now at least we have something to work with. We're in a good spot now with that. All right. Let's get rid of all this. Hello? Why is that? There we are. I don't actually know if I like this, but we will at least keep it for right now. Of course, all in pad. We're going to look for another one within Alchemy. Brother. I forgot. We're supposed to be looking for pads, fast attack. Yeah, we need only those. Brother, what? I don't want this to be too much. Alright, I guess we are going to use the one that we found before. We're just going to have to like make some adjustments to it, and that's fine. Let's take that LFO rate a little bit lower. Attack is fine. The cutoff is fine. It'll work for right now.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. I'm done chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun.
Whatever it is. I gotta think about the chords. I haven't actually played it yet. 1, 5, 2. Oh, major 2. 5, 6. Okay. So we got. All right. I think I have an idea. We're gonna play it in the mid, not in the upper. We're just gonna hang out here. We'll probably need to cut some low end from the. Let me rephrase. We need to cut some low end out of this. There we are. That's gonna let those basses pop and be a little bit fatter there. All right, so we've got D major, F major, C major, G major, C major, D major. That's a lot of major chords.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings.
I don't need to use the pedal. I specifically shouldn't use the pedal.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made. So I can find.
Let's go again.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made. So I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden.
I have to fix some things that I did wrong, but yeah, that's fine.
Done chasing clouds. I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
Okay, there we go. That should work a little better.
So I can finally see the light.
There we go. Let's see how these pads sound. I know that they don't have the automation yet, but...
Chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made. So I can finally see the line of the golden thread. Line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread.
All right.
I'm chasing clouds in my head.
I think we're just going to use this pad for right now. So the fun thing is we can actually go in and select this, put on the AU pitch. We should put that on first, huh? And then we can actually copy and paste from here the automation that we need and want for those chords, which is super cool. Got it? Now we can do it for both of these as long as we put it in the right spot. We need to go over to AU pitch and select pitch. Now we can just copy and paste right in. That sounded terrible.
In my head.
We might have to problem solve that later.
'Cause the sun
Whatever.
I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the
Cool. We'll problem solve this later to get it sounding perfect with the slide. We can maybe do a tape stop effect or something like that if this doesn't work properly, but... No idea why it's not working properly. That's all right. All right. So let's listen to see how those hits actually feel.
cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print, and
analysis falls to the floor, searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mend, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. I can see the line of the golden thread. Yeah, okay. Cheap cup. I'm chasing clouds in my head. I'm chasing clouds in my head. All right. I want this to start quite a bit earlier. 'Cause the sun burns the wind. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Do we move all of them? No, we didn't. We just moved one. Okay. I'm chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings I thought I needed to spread. Now I'm stitching the so I can finally see the line of the line. Chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wind. Awesome. Okay, this is in a good spot. I think I'm gonna take a little break for a little bit. Brain is a little bit fried right now. I'm gonna come back probably in a little while, and I will stream one more time today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and for coming. If you watched afterwards, thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of your afternoon here, and hopefully I'll catch you in a little bit. My goal is to really just like problem solve the overall flow and structure of the song. So like even if like I don't get the perfect sound yet, or like the perfect playthrough of something, like that's not really my focus right now. It's just like getting everything in its right place that feels good to support my client Mr. Ward's story. And so if I can get the instruments to follow that, I think the rest will, you know, I'll dial in the details later, but it does help to kind of at least like get something started. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys later.